Hey EMbers, welcome back to the channel. First of all, if you hear any noises in the background, that is my rabbit playing about. Earlier this month, I did a video on my top 10 most expensive PlayStation 2 games, and that seemed to do fairly well, so I'm going to be doing the same today, but for PlayStation 3 games instead. Now remember that this is all in good fun, there's no showing off or anything here. Like I say, I don't have any massively expensive games, so it's all for fun. I am going with CEX sold prices at time of recording, so these could be worth a little bit more or a little bit less depending on where you go, but I am using CEX prices online. And again, these do fluctuate, so they are accurate at time of recording. Let's get straight on. I said this was a top 10, it's actually a top 11 because 4 of them came in at the same price, so I couldn't separate them. So in at number 11 is Batman Arkham Origins, and this comes in at £4. Now, surprisingly, this is the only Batman Arkham game on this list, actually, Arkham Origins, which for most people is their least favourite, actually. I don't mind Origins, I really like it. I'm assuming that the other games in the franchise are easier to get on PlayStation 3. I don't even know if Arkham Knight came out on PlayStation 3, I think it was just PlayStation 4. But at least for Asylum and City, I'm assuming they're easier to get on the PlayStation 3, which is why this might be slightly higher. Coming in at number 10, but again also £4, is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. This, I haven't had too much experience with this one, to be honest. But let me know if you're a Call of Duty fan where this particular one would rank on your list. Again, I have many Call of Duty games on the PlayStation 3, and this was the only one that made the list. So in at number 9, but again these are interchangeable, is The Last of Us, which is also currently selling for £4. Now, I don't know if there's been a little price increase on this one because of the TV show and everything else, or if the price has evened itself back out again. It's not really a fandom that I'm in, so I don't know if the TV show had any lasting impact on the price of these. Now, I do own The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2. I've never played them. I know that I should, I'm going to, I just haven't played them yet. And coming in at number 8, this is also £4, so like I say, the last 4 are all interchangeable, is The Sims 3. Now, I'm quite surprised that this is £4, to be honest. I thought it would be lower. But I have a sneaking suspicion that some of these Sims games are going to creep up in price as time goes on. Most people still consider The Sims 3 to be the best in the franchise. I'm not so sure about that. So in at number 7, we've moved away from £4 and we are now at £5. This is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, so it's a £1 increase from the previous game. Some of these Harry Potter games do demand quite a high price. I think £5 is fairly reasonable. And again, most people consider the later Harry Potter games to be the worst ones. And while I do enjoy them, I do tend to agree with that. At number 6, we have Brave, and this is also £5. Now, I hope she doesn't mind me saying her name, but I have a friend here on YouTube called Rachel, and she has highly recommended that I play this game. I haven't played it yet. I do love the Brave film, however, so I will definitely have to play this one. We're at the halfway point now for my most expensive PlayStation 3 games, and in at number 5 is Lego Harry Potter Years 1 to 4 at £6, so we've only gone up by £1. Now, there are a few Harry Potter games on this list, which is not surprising, I suppose. And to be honest, the Lego Harry Potter franchise is something that I've not really played too much with. In at number 4, and for the exact same price, is Lego Harry Potter Years 5 to 7, the continuation of the previous one. And again, you can grab this one for £6. And in at number 3, but again, these are interchangeable, is Ratchet & Clank A Crack in Time, again £6. This is the only Ratchet & Clank game I've actually played, to be honest with you. In at number 2 is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. We jump from £6 to £10, so a £4 increase there. Not the most expensive Harry Potter game out there, as you know. My most expensive PlayStation 3 game currently in my collection. Number 2 that I just showed you was in at £10. This game is in at a whopping £38. So my most expensive PlayStation 3 game is £38. And it's Folklore. So when did this get so expensive? I don't recall paying anywhere near as much for this. In fact, I don't even think I bought this. I think this was bought for me years ago. I don't think it's always been this expensive. Let me know why you think there was a jump in price for this one. It is a really, really good game. And I would highly recommend this one to people. But £38, when did it get that expensive? Let me know. So that was my top 11, technically, most expensive PlayStation 3 games. Folklore in at number 1. Again, sorry about the background noise. From £4 at number 11 to £38 at number 1. That's a £34 increase, obviously. So that really shows you the diversity when it comes to prices with video games. Like I've said before, I don't have a huge amount of disposable income to put on games, so £38 is quite a bit of money for me to put on a game. So I'm glad I didn't pay £38 for this, but it is a very, very good game. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't watched my top 10 most expensive PlayStation 2 games, then I would love for you to check that out, but if not, no worries. And if you like this, I will definitely do it again for other consoles, other games. So thank you very much, and until next time, bye Embers.